Speaking of dew, there's something like Mountain Dew. And with Mountain Dew, it just makes you cool.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Xekutioner, and if you don't know, now you know. And off here to my right is my esteemed co-host, Almanac Jack. He's on the attack, and you can't teach that. What's going on, Jack?
What's going on, Xekutioner? It's good to be back for another episode of Good Times. And we're here today to have our second ever episode of the show, and it's gonna be great.
Number 2.
That's right. This is the show where there's good laughs, good fun, and it's always a good time. And we're going to have a good time today because we're going to crown the very first ever King of Sodas. That's right. We're going to have a tournament of King of Sodas today. And boy, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it is. And speaking of good ones, I do have to shout out Hold Up. It's a band, by the way. Their name is Hold Up. And basically, the reason why I'm shouting them out is they did the cover for Daft Punk's Give Back to Life. Wait, right? Give Back to Music? What is it called again?
Give Life Back to Music.
Give Life Back to Music. Yeah, I wrote it down incorrectly. I should have known that. And that's the basically the intro music that we have. Also, I want to say shout out to Anchor. It's a website, anchor.fm. We're not being paid to say this, but they are definitely helping our podcast get onto other platforms, so definitely check out some other platforms as we go along, and we'll definitely do it from there. So
and
how you feeling?
We'd also like to give a shout out to our very first sponsor. Last week, Hard as Fuck Peanut Butter. If it wasn't for them, man, I don't know if we'd be able to do this episode. Hard as Fuck Peanut Butter really came in clutch.
Oh, Hard as Fuck Peanut Butter did come in clutch, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And speaking of last week's show, man, some bad times, that is for sure. How are you feeling this week? Do you still got the Mamma Mia diarrhea this week?
No,
how are you feeling?
No diarrhea. That's good. My butthole's all good again. Back to normal. Back to a regular solid state of poos.
Oh yeah.
But I got another bad time for you.
Oh no.
Good times starting off with bad times again.
For 2 weeks in a row here, we are starting it off with some bad times. So what do you got for me this week, Jack?
Well, it was my nephew's birthday this past weekend, and he had a birthday party, and the birthday theme was pirates.
Oh,
that's pretty cool. I mean, treasure chests and booty everywhere.
Booty, good old booty.
I wish. Treasure chest. Sorry, Jenny. So yeah, it was pirate themed, and they had games. They had place the X on the treasure map. They had a big old Jolly Roger pirate flag on the wall. Rogers. One question though I was asking my brother: what do pirates eat?
Mermaids?
That's
Seals?
what he said.
Fish?
Well, obviously fish. I mean they're on the ocean. It's the only thing that's there.
Coral?
Imagine how hard it is to catch a fish though on a moving boat like that.
I mean,
with a bunch of seamen on there, spending lots of time with men. Men.
There's a couple people that we can ask about all about seamen.
Sure.
But I mean, in terms of how are they catching fish and stuff like that, I would have to say it's probably easier than we're probably thinking at this point.
Yeah, we're not a pirate expert or anything, but
not at all. Not at all.
Yeah. But anyway, so the party was going, and they had little treasure chests made out of paper with candy and bubbles and goodies in it. It's a goodie treasure chest.
A goodie treasure chest.
So they ended up having hats too, paper hats that just folded together and made like a pirate hat.
The In-N-Out hats?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, except better.
In-N-Out pirate hats coming soon.
In-N-Out pirate hats coming soon to benderandbender.com.
There's a commercial.
So anyway, we had those, and then there was also little chocolate coins.
Oh yeah! Oh dude, those are the best things ever.
Yeah, they're
really
really
talk about
good.
what they're gonna eat. I could eat that the rest of my life.
Yeah, maybe that's what pirates just ate.
Bunch of chocolate.
No,
coins.
you know the funny thing though is that the coins on the front of it had pirate thing. I don't know if it was like a Jolly Roger or the pirate ship or whatever. But you flip it over, and it's got a bunch of like Hebrew, like Jewish writing on it.
What?
And I was like, what the hell? You got Jewish pirate coins?
Damn it.
And it turns out that wherever they got it from, because the box was there, and my sister-in-law ordered them from online, and it turns out it was like a product of Israel. So I guess
Really?
it's the Israeli pirate party theme chocolates.
Israeli pirates. I mean, honestly, if anybody's out there looking for an Israeli name for their baseball team, football team, or anything, there you go, the Israeli Pirates. We're all set up.
That'll be the next team added to like the XFL. No,
Yes, and we want our royalties, by the way.
dang right. So they also had these like plastic coins, not chocolate coins, and it had a Jolly Roger on one side, and it had pirate ship on the other side.
Okay.
And so I put the hat on, and since there's no eye patches, this was the one thing that the party was missing: eye patches.
Oh,
It's pirate themed, but there's no eye patches.
at an Israeli pirate party.
Hey, Israeli pirates have eye patches and chocolate coins.
Now, see, I don't know too much about Israel, but I wonder if they have pigeon bums in Israel.
Bums. Oh, that's a good question. I know Fresno has pigeon bums.
Oh,
I've seen it. I've heard it. And then I've never seen it again. So there's no eye patches here. And so I put the hat on.
Okay.
And instead of a eye patch, I get the plastic coin. And, I put it in my eye and I hold it. You ever hold like a quarter with your eye?
Right.
Okay.
Squint in real good.
Yeah, so
you go arg.
yeah, so my right eye was like perfect. Like I could hold it like perfect. My left eye though was having a little trouble. So like I got another coin and I put 2 coins in my eye. So I was Blindbeard the pirate. And
Blindbeard the Israeli pirate from In-N-Out.
yeah, and I don't eat pork. So anyway, we're going through the party, whatever, and I kept the right one I took out, but the left one, because it stayed in so well after like me getting it in there, I kept it on for a while.
Your eye, at the end of the party, your eyes all cramped, I can't get it out.
It's all buff eyelids. So the very next day, my lower eyelid gets swollen, and I was like, oh man, like maybe like it's just allergy or something. Maybe, because our dog likes to roll around in the grass. And, when she jumps on the bed, she likes to rub on my pillow.
Oh yeah.
So I was thinking, oh, maybe she rubbed in the grass outside and it had something on there, and maybe I was allergic to it. Okay. Turns out the next day, my eyelid got even bigger, and I was like, oh shit. So when I went to work, I bought some Visine, the eye drops, and this one was a cooling sensation one. So it felt like a little cold when you dropped it in. It's meant for irritations, allergies, and lubrication.
Oh.
So my eye was pretty lubed, and when I put it in, I noticed maybe like an hour later it helped. Like it didn't irritate. So I guess like the lubrication helped like my eye roll around better, not noticing the big eyelid.
Okay.
So after the big eyelid, it went down, and then the next day it came back.
What?
Yeah, but it wasn't as big, but still this fucking bottom eyelid was enormous.
Jeez.
So after 2 days of putting the eye drops in, it finally went away. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, man, I wonder what the heck I did or whatever. And turns out it's those dang fucking pirate coins got irritated in there. And I guess whatever paint was on there
irritated your eye.
Yeah, gave a reaction to my eyelid.
At the end of the day, you got Israeli, Jewish, pink eye.
Israeli pink eye. The worst eye disease known among all pirates.
Oh my god.
Imagine how many pirates have died of Israeli pink eye.
Oh,
and they could have lived if it was for Visine cooling sensation.
Oh man. Imagine if you would have died because of Israeli pink eye.
Man, imagine if I would have lost my eye.
Oh, that's even worse.
But
hey, free eye.
What if I would have just lost my lower eyelid?
Oh, what the heck?
I had to get a lower... I'm an organ donor. Can I get a lower eyelid transplant, please?
Oh, yes. Actually, we have one right now.
Yeah, we've been waiting for somebody who needed a lower left eyelid.
We've had it since 1983.
Yeah, it's black, but it's all right.
No, not that black. Like, it's black because it's like been there for so long, and it's.
I meant the other way.
Oh.
It's gonna look like I have a black eye. It's like
Oh my God, racist!
somebody punched me like the whole time. Well,
That's. I don't know. Like that to me, like I've had pink eye like once or maybe twice in my lifetime, but like an ear irritation. What the an ear irritation, an eye irritation,
irritation.
Yeah, an irritation.
Yeah.
An irritation. No, an eye irritation. I've in terms of that, like the only time I ever get that is probably from allergies.
Yeah.
We literally live here in the valley where it is dirty as hell all the time.
Hell yeah.
The damn air is terrible. So at the end of the day, I find my eye like sometimes like twitching, like it's all twitching and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh man, come on! Like,
And then they always tell you eat a banana. It's good for cramps and if you're twitching and stuff.
oh,
'cause you
okay,
need
that's
potassium.
true. I was like, where's he going with this banana thing? I've never heard that, but I've heard the banana for cramps, but not the twitching thing.
But yeah, especially like when allergies happen around here in town, we get the ones that make a lot of pollen. And like I have a black car, so like my black car ends up turning yellow because of all the pollen.
Oh my God, dude, that's the worst.
Yeah. You ever go by let's see. Schools always have them.
Yeah.
And I know along Fresno State they have them, but they're those trees that bloom like a bright white and they smell like fucking skeet.
Oh
Skeet
my
trees?
goodness, the skeet trees. Yes, those smell terrible. Those are so bad.
And you know what's even worse? Being a dude, you know what skeet smells like, so you're like, fuck, like, there's skeet everywhere. It's the worst.
Oh man,
It's like the worst feeling too, because like the girls are just like, ew, this tree smells bad. You're like, wait till you find out what it really smells like.
Oh, and it smells totally bad. And that's funny that you brought up the pollen thing because, well, that's gonna go into my story when it comes up here. But yeah, go ahead. I don't know.
No, I was done. Get into your story. I want to hear what's going on.
So, all right. So we start off on Wednesday. So for those of you who don't know, last week, well, I did talk about this last week that my job was actually switching up my schedule, and then they re-switched it again and kind of gave me like an early shift that I really didn't want all that much, but at the same exact time I was going to take it, right?
Yes.
So the whole thing was they were saying that they were going to have more information this week and whatnot. So I was like, okay. So Tuesday comes around and they're like, yeah, we're going to have more information. We're going to have like the final information or basically everything that's going to happen, with these shifts. We're going to have everything tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So I go in on Wednesday, or excuse me, I wake up Wednesday at around, I don't know, it's probably like 10:30, 11, and I get a call and it's from the IRS.
In the morning or in the evening?
What was that?
In the morning or the evening?
Sorry. Like 11 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
So it was like yeah, it's about 11 in the morning. I wake up and I get a call from them, and I'm like, "Hello, like, who is this?" I don't recognize the number.
Yeah.
They're like, "Hi, this is blah 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 from the IRS," and I'm like,
"Ooh,
what the hell did I do now?" Like,
Yeah.
oh, jeez. But she says, "Oh, this is blah 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 from the IRS. I'm actually calling you about your tour of dates, and that's just what they call your seasonal stuff when you work there, like your tour of dates."
Okay.
And I had worked there last year. It was my first year working there at the IRS and just kind of just pushing around paper and just doing stuff like that. It was easy, fun, cool, whatever.
Literally just pushing around paper with a broom.
With the push broom, exactly. So that happened, and so she's like, "Yeah, I was wondering if you will be available for your tour of dates." So I'm thinking, yeah, like, I have to go back for. I don't know if I might have to go back for training or not, whatever.
Yeah.
But if whatever it is, it's going to be probably either at the end of the month or like in a couple weeks. She says, "Yeah, are you going to be available next Monday?" And I was like, "Oh shoot!" And she's like, "Yeah, it's going to be from 7:30 in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon because the full time shift, it's pretty cool. I like it a lot." And I'm like, "Yeah, of course, I'll be there."
Yeah.
And so we get off the phone and. I'm like, well, I still work at Amazon, and next week is when my new shift starts from 6:15 to 10:15.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh man, what am I gonna do? And so I'm thinking like, all right, I'm just gonna work both jobs. I'm gonna do my best to move my IRS shift, or I'm gonna see tonight. Tonight they say they're gonna have like the the final information on it, whether or not we can move or anything like that, and I'll be good.
Yeah.
So we get there. I get there that night, right? And so I get there that night, and we walk in. Everybody walks in. I walk in, and I walk up to the board. I usually try to get there about 15 minutes early so I can shoot some hoops. They have these small hoops that you can go play and stuff like that. They're like the really small ones. They're the double ones where they're just like this tall, like about about
cool,
5'6" tall. Yeah, it's really cool because I just literally I'll get there early and just shoot hoops for like a good 10-15 minutes, get kind of warmed up, get my body warmed up, and so I can go get ready to work and stuff like that. And I'm not all cold, or anything like that. Yeah. So I get there and I notice first and foremost is that thing's not there. The basketball hoop and the ping pong ball, none of that's there. And I'm like, what the heck? And it's all blocked off with like all this stuff. I guess they're gonna start renovating right there. So I'm wondering like, where is it all at?
They're gonna get real basketball hoops?
Yeah, I wish. So I walk up to my manager and I'm like, hey, I'm like, where am I working today? Because they have a board of where everyone's working. And he's like, oh, you have to grab your badge and take it to Cedric in the learning center. And I'm like, okay,
center.
Well, it's the break room, but he call it the learning center. So I'm like,
sounds like you're like in school.
So I'm like, okay, this is weird. So I grab my badge off the board, and on the side of the board is a bunch of people as well that have to grab their badge and go over there too.
Okay.
So I walk in there, and a couple people are already in there, and I'm like, oh man. Well, like, what the hell's going on? They're going to tell us about our schedule. So I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
So we all sit down. Everybody sits down, right? And then they're like, well, we have some bad news for everybody.
Oh.
We're letting everyone go.
No way.
Yeah. So here's a couple things. First and foremost, this one guy comes in late.
Oh.
So he walks into the room, and I'm really cool with him. His name's Dom. Dom, if you're listening, you probably know I haven't talked to you in a while.
And if you aren't listening, listen to the show.
Yeah, exactly. So this guy, Dom, he walks in, and I go, hey, like, you're late. We got fired. He's all, shut up, fool. No, we didn't. I was like, no, really, we just got let go right now. And he's like, swear we got fired. And I'm like, dude, I swear, like, they just let us go. And he's like, man, what the heck? But it was just funny because, like, you walk in all late to getting fired.
Yeah. And what's funny too is like people would like mess around like that all the time too. It's like, oh, you're late, man. You're fired. You're fired. And the one time that he comes late and people say, hey, man, you're fired. It's for real.
It was for real this time. And it was just so funny to me.
What was the reason? Because of that schedule mess up? Or?
No, because the whole thing was Amazon was already over head count with including like the seasonals and stuff like that, and they tried to keep us on. They did try to keep us on from what they were saying, but it just got to the point where I don't know if there was like a lot of bad feedback from the temporary seasonal employees like myself. Because I'm a seasonal employee, so I got laid off from there. Mm-hmm. So the whole thing is that I don't know if they happened to get too much negative feedback. Somebody was like, people were emailing them like, how can you do this to us or something? I don't know. Like I don't know what it exactly happened, but I mean that was kind of the thing, and it was like, man. But at the same exact time, I mean, I ain't no preacher or anything, but God had my back. Had IRS calling me that morning to go in the very next week. And then that night, I just end up getting laid off from Amazon. And don't get me wrong, I like working at IRS and everything, but Amazon was so much fun to work at. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know how it is at the other building, but the building that I was at, super fun. Everyone's super laid back. And, I definitely say for anybody out there that's looking for a job, go look at Amazon because they have to me, I think it's a really good job, and especially where I was at. And then, excuse me. So I was talking about the pollen thing earlier.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
So, do you remember the other day or earlier this week where we had that ginormous storm that just flew in out of nowhere?
Yep.
So, okay. So I believe it was Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, one of the two. I wasn't going to be late to work. Sorry. So I'm going to work, on my way to work, and I'm getting off the freeway, or no, excuse me, I'm going onto a different freeway, getting on the 180,
Okay.
and it's pouring. Like it gets so bad where people stop, like are like going 20 miles per hour on the freeway.
That's still too fast.
Yeah, it was bad, dude. It was really bad. So, and I know everyone's probably out there like, oh, you think that's rain? Da 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 da. I'm like, sorry.
Here come all the polar vortex people saying about snow. We're like, hey, you got your problem. This is over here.
Exactly. But it's raining like crazy. It's coming down. It's coming down. And I barely make it off the freeway. Everybody's barely making it off the freeway because everyone's about to die at this point. So I make it off the freeway. I end up getting to work, and in front of my work, there's like just this regular street, and people will park on both sides of the street. But it's so flooded that like I have to park on the other side of the street,
and then you gotta swim over.
Yeah, so I had to put on my swim trunks, and I had to do the breaststroke all the way to the other side. And as I got to the other side, I start walking down the sidewalk to go up to the building, and then I realized I didn't bring my badge.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh shit. So I ended up having to swim back to the other side and get into my car. And I drove home to go get my badge.
No more boats available, huh?
Yeah, no more boats were available at that point. So yeah, I ended up driving back and get onto the 99, hit the 180. The rain starts getting bad again. Jeez. But this time it starts hailing. So the hail's coming down just as hard as it was raining from before. And I swear that I am hydroplaning for like a mile, dude. It was like I'm like, this is not good. So I ended up just getting off on Tulare.
It's like Mario Kart.
Yeah, exactly. So I ended up getting off on Tulare and just going down, I forget what street it was. I think it was Fresno or something like that. But even going down Fresno and all that, I kept hitting like just puddle after everything was going crazy.
Just tearing your car apart.
Yeah. So I felt like I was tearing my car apart every time I hit a puddle.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, once again, these puddles aren't like not like a ponding basin or anything, but it's pretty bad.
Big enough to where you're gonna feel it and you're gonna like notice like, oh shit, the car is like getting destroyed here.
Yeah. So I finally get home. But as I get home, I have to walk, and like there's nowhere to park, so I have to just kind of park in front of the cars and then walk up to the to my door. Right before I get to the curb where where people are parking and stuff like that to walk up to my door, there's a bunch of pollen right there, like from the trees and stuff like that. There's a bunch of water; it's all soaked. So I take one step and I'm sitting there. I'm doing the Marv from Home Alone when he's, oh my god! I'm throwing my arms back. I'm flipping it back, and I just end up like grabbing onto the car. Like I don't know whose car it was, but whoever's car that was, thank you very much. You saved my fucking life because I would have ate shit and died.
Oh, he did.
So I ended up going inside, getting my badge. This time when I walked back out, I made sure to walk around the pollen, got in the car, and I took off to work. And on my way back to work, there was no weather delays or anything like that. No severe thunderstorm warnings or hail or anything or snow.
No tornadoes or polar vortexes or Hurricane Katrinas or anything.
Yeah, no pigeon bums throwing stuff at me or trying to knock me over or anything like that.
Yeah, or trying to eat a sandwich out of the garbage.
So oh my goodness. Yeah, and I got to work late, whatever. It was all good. They're super cool about it because I'm never late to work over there. Like I think I was late to work one time, and that was actually the previous Friday when, the previous Friday when we recorded for the podcast.
Yeah.
I like after you had left, and I ended up just taking a nap, and I woke up at around like 9:15, and I was like, I got like 10 minutes. I'm to go back to sleep, and I wake up at it's 10:15, and I'm like, oh my god. So needless to say, I was late again, or for the first time.
Yeah.
But
well, you don't have to worry about that now, do you?
No.
See,
no, I'm fired now.
So yeah. Well, until what, Monday at IRS?
Yeah. So once again, Monday I go back to work at the IRS, and everyone's gonna be like, boo, you work at the IRS. I can't believe you. I get that all the time.
Really?
Everyone's like, I can't believe you work at the IRS. Oh my gosh, I hate them.
You're not the one auditing people.
I know.
pushing paper.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a full-time job here and make a lot of money. I mean, it's good. It's pretty good money. I mean, it's not like the end-all be-all of jobs at the moment, but if I can have a chance to move up at some point, I'm going to do it.
You know what, too, is that you should just go full on heel on them. Be like, yeah, I am the one auditing you. And it's not my fault you do your taxes wrong, stupid.
It's not my fault you claim 3 babies, but you only have 1.
It's not my fault that you claim 4 children that are already over the age of 18. Stupid.
Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, that's just how it was.
Yeah.
And
Damn, that's crazy though that they called you that morning to ask you if you wanted that job back.
Yep.
And then later that night you end up getting fired from the job that you're already at.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Right, dude?
What timing?
Hey, man, a lot of people, I hear a lot of the times people say, a lot of it's coincidence and da-da-da. Well, if God is a coincidence, or the stuff that he does for people is a coincidence, then I've had a lifetime filled with coincidences. Yeah. And honestly, I'm okay with that. Because, I mean, like I said, I've believed in God for quite some time. And, speaking of believing, I mean, this guy here to my right, believing in Satan. No, I'm just kidding.
What? Oh, shit.
You were so thrown off by it. You're like, wait a minute.
Whoa, Satan. What? Man. No, but yeah, I mean, everything happens for a reason. So maybe you're getting out of Amazon for a reason, because maybe something for you is going to happen at the IRS.
Yeah, for sure. Or something else is going to happen at the Amazon, because I'm coming back. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, and he's bringing some friends.
Yeah. Yeah, Sal.
Maybe. No, but yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. But it's good that you got something going for you, even though after all that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and thank you, Pollen Car.
Pollen car?
Yeah, the car that caught you from...
oh, yeah. I was like, wait a minute, pollen car. I thought it was just a car made out of pollen.
Oh, shit. That'd be the sneeziest car ever, dude. As soon as you just sit on that thing, you just see spores popping up.
Oh, man. Imagine just driving down the street in a pollen car and you sneeze. And it just goes everywhere. Oh, my ass. You're just hitting the ground.
Everybody gets Israeli pink eye.
Oh, that's man. Great. That's great.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break here, because after the break, we are going to crown the first ever king of sodas.
Ooh.
Yeah, so listen to the break, guys, and we'll see you on the other side when we start the tournament.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Stan, and I'm from Allstate. Here at Allstate, we like to stand with your stand against Allstate stand. We want to protect you. Has a street sweeper gone through your neighborhood and just made it worse, so now you have a flat tire from a nail? Has a gorilla eaten your last banana? Hey! Well, here at Allstate Stand, we will stand with you to state your stand. So go to allstatestand.com and tell them Stan from Allstate Stand State sent you.
And we're back.
And better than ever.
So, if you guys didn't know, we have Eric Bischoff here to my right. I'm just kidding. It's Almanac Jack still. Same guy.
It was all Ted Turner's fault.
Same
jackass. I had no control. It was all Ted Turner's fault. After the merger, it was over. That's what he always says on his show. It's never his fault.
Oh, man. Eric Bischoff was definitely a classic GM.
I like Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, cool. Don't get me wrong. He's awesome. And I could just picture him now. So you were telling me something about a picture at commercial break.
Yeah. Okay, so I was servicing Winco today.
Oh.
And I walk by the meat section all the time because my stockroom door is right by there. So I got to walk by the meat section, go all the way around to the chip aisle.
Well, he really likes meat,
and,
too.
I always take a look, see what's on sale, maybe the steak on sale, the ribs or whatever. And there's always like some weird stuff in there, and especially like organic stuff. Like sometimes they'll have chicken feet, or I noticed one time at Walmart they had whole heads of pigs. They had pig heads there.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, this is gross. I'm sorry, but that's
people use that like for soups and stuff like that, and they eat it, and crazy.
Dig out the eye and eat that shit like a candy.
Hey, free eye. You know what they say? No, I don't know what they say.
I don't know what they say either. Well, you know what? The pigs don't have to worry about getting Israeli pink eye because they don't eat pork. So they're good. They're at least safe from that one. Anyway, so I'm walking by and I see something and man, it cracked me up. Okay. And before I show you this picture, I'm going to post this picture on the Good Times Twitter handle, and it's at Good Times, or sorry, at It's Good Times on Twitter. So go ahead and follow that, and you can see the picture. But it's Butcher's brand Bone Broth.
Butcher's brand Bone Broth.
Bone broth.
Bone crusher broth.
So you know what chicken broth is,
Or
right?
bone broth.
Tell me what you gonna do when that broth gets inside your mouth.
Then you get Israeli pink eye. Ooh. Oh,
Unless
sorry.
you're a pig that's got your head cut off and you're in Walmart. Anyway, okay. So, okay, you know what chicken and beef broth is, right? You know, it's basically like juice from like the fats and shit like that.
Jice, right?
Okay. But bone broth. I was like, you can't squeeze out a bone. You know, is it bone marrow?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe.
But then I got to thinking with my stupid head. Is it Butcher's boner broth?
No.
Is it boner broth?
Oh,
And you know what boner broth is, right?
I mean,
Boner broth is skeet.
I was thinking that, but I didn't want to say it out loud.
That's what boner broth is. And look, it even comes in a white bottle.
Oh my god. Oh man.
So if you go to Winco today, you can pick yourself up a bottle of Butcher's boner broth for only $2.28. Put it in your soup and drink it. Put it in your mouth and let it slide down your throat hole.
I almost just spit water out all over this microphone right here. Oh my goodness.
Oh man, but I could not stop laughing. I was like, I'm so glad we're recording today because I was like, I need to show you this.
Dude. That is quite an odd coincidence there.
Yeah. Especially with my messed up head.
I mean, you're literally showing it, and it looks exactly how he's describing it. He looks exactly like it,
Yeah.
and it just looks like a one of those bowling pins too. At the same time,
Yeah.
We should make a new game called Skeet Bowling.
Boner broth bowling.
Yeah, there you go. Just have all those there at the very end, and just have people shoot bowls at it.
Either that, or you can bowl
bowls.
one of those pig heads.
Yeah.
Go to Walmart, folks. You can pick yourself up for one.
Oh man,
for the
that's
game.
all bad. So when you walk through, oh my goodness, when you walk through Winco and you're getting through the meat section, you find yourself some boner broth. You find yourself any soda?
No, because that's in a different aisle. But we are going to do the very first ever King of Sodas.
Soda.
That's right. The King of Sodas tournament. We're going to decide once and for all what is the best soda.
Ooh.
Okay. Now, here's the rules of the tournament. What we're going to do is we have 8 slots.
Ooh.
We have 8 slots. Okay. And we're going to put sodas into those slots.
Okay.
And then it's going to be tournament style. We're going to debate these sodas of why this soda should be better than that soda or vice versa. And it's going to go on to the next round all the way until the finals. And we're going to decide who the king of sodas is.
Ooh. Okay. So my first question is, are we picking them based off popularity, taste? What do we want to do?
It could be a combination of personal preference, taste, sales, anything you want. Like, you know, if you know that you like it and it tastes good, or you think that a lot of other people like it based off of popularity, maybe, then yeah, we can do it. But we're going to get into it. So first round, I think we should put in the classic
Dr. Pepper.
That's not where I was going, but we'll get back to the doctor. I was going to say the classic Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola, okay.
Because if you think about it, it's the world's most popular soda. It's everywhere.
It has to be in there.
Okay, so we'll put that in slot 1.
Yeah, that's like the number one, probably that's probably like preference for a lot of people.
Yeah.
For one, definitely popular.
Sure.
And probably is making the most money at this point as well.
And you know what's crazy is it doesn't even need all that from just soda sales, merchandise sales.
Oh my goodness!
Let's save some of
stupid
the
polar bear, man.
Yeah, let's save some of this for when we're debating it. Okay, so second, I agree with you, Dr. Pepper,
Dr. Pibb,
Dr. Pibb,
Dr. Thunder,
Dr. Thunder, all the variants.
Doctor.
So Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have another one?
I mean, honestly, I would have to say Sprite.
Yeah. Do you want to make this one the official flag bearer for all lemon limes?
For all lemon limes?
So Sierra Mist, 7-Up.
Yeah. I'm willing to make Sprite the flag bearer for all the lemon lime ones.
Okay. The next one I have, Fanta Orange Soda.
Okay. Good old Fanta. So they're going to be the orange guys?
I think they're going to represent the fruities.
Well, before you put that down, I mean, Crush or Sunkissed.
Okay, but do you want it?
Or
How about this? We'll make it Fanta Orange, and it'll represent orange sodas.
Okay. Just orange soda in general. All right.
Fanta Orangey.
Orangey.
Okay.
What rhymes with orange?
How
Nothing.
about
Porridge?
Porridge. Oh, how could we forget this? Good old fashioned root beer.
Oh yes, that. I'm down with that. I'm down with the root beer for sure.
And you know what's crazy is you don't even have to give a brand of root beer. You could just say root beer. All right.
It's just like saying Q-tips. Q-tips is a brand. It's not even the name of the actual thing.
Something crazy. I remember one time my mom brought home when we were younger. It wasn't Q-tips. It was R-tips.
R-tips.
R-tips. I don't think you can get more generic than R-tips.
Oh, R-Truth has his own Q-tips. It's called R-tips.
R-tips. All right, you got another one? I got another one, but I want you to get one in first.
Oh man, I mean, there's plenty. I mean, I think we have to throw in Pepsi.
I was gonna say Pepsi.
Yeah, because I mean, there's been the long debate of Pepsi versus Coca-Cola, but we have to get that in there for sure.
Sure.
Let's see.
Yeah, I was gonna say Pepsi. I got one that I don't know if you'd count it as a soda, but it's always in the soda aisle.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Are you sure? Are you sure about this?
They're above us, aren't they? The people who make the soda are above us.
I don't know where you're going with this.
Not in heaven, but I mean, like,
I still don't know where you're going with this.
I was thinking you're gonna say Canada Dry.
Ginger ale.
Ginger ale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't that what you're talking about?
I was thinking there was somebody upstairs or something.
That's exactly. I just said they're not in heaven, by the way.
Oh, okay. All right.
Or upstairs. Wait a minute. I'm in a 2-story. Where else is there?
There could be a weird guy on the roof. Canada Dry. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy that we were on the same page with Canada Dry.
I knew exactly what you're going to say when you said it's not really a soda, because I completely agree with that. It's not really a soda, but I mean.
Yeah. Okay, we got one slot left.
Ooh.
Do you have one?
Well,
because I think I have one, but I wanna hear what you would have first.
Yeah, we could fight for this last spot. It's all good.
It's a battle.
I think.
Well, for the number 8 seed, the lowest seed, yeah, it should be a battle.
And the saddest thing is like even the number 8 seed is going to be something good. Like
sure.
I wouldn't say the saddest thing. The best part. I think Mountain Dew would have to be possibly on there.
Okay.
What else are you feeling?
I was thinking Hawaiian Punch.
Oh, is that really a soda? Or is that
carbonated.
Like, are we doing like a ginger ale thing where we're counting it?
Well, it's carbonated.
Okay. Hawaiian Punch.
Hawaiian Punch versus... Okay, let's do this for round first. Hawaiian Punch versus Mountain Dew.
Okay.
Winner goes into the 8 slot.
Oh, okay.
This is good already.
All
okay,
right.
So my thing with Hawaiian Punch is it's got a cartoon character on the front. He's got a mascot. Mountain Dew doesn't have a mascot. Who's their mascot?
Just people doing Dew stuff, man.
Taco Bell? Is that their mascot?
No, the people are the Mountain Dew mascots because every time you look, on the TV at their advertisements, it's always some guy getting crazy off of Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
And it's the people, man. The people are the mascots.
But getting crazy off of Mountain Dew, you have that stigma of, oh, so you're going to go to play video games all night long and drink Mountain Dew and eat Doritos. It's got that bad stigma.
Well, what kind of stigma does Hawaiian
Stigmata.
Punch have? That you go to a picnic?
No, it doesn't have a bad stigma. You know why? Because it's Hawaiian. It's a minority. People feel for minorities, and that's why people like Hawaiian Punch.
Okay, but we also have to remember that Mountain Dew has some of the best flavor variants. Mountain Dew Livewire, Mountain Dew Baja Blast, stuff like that, man.
I like the blue one.
The blue,
the high voltage.
Is that what it's called? High voltage?
Yeah, because
I
the
just
Baja
seen it.
Blast is the one at Taco Bell.
The whiteout. That one
was like the mystery
that was
flavor?
probably just a whiteout. It's probably just whiteout. I don't know.
You ever notice that mystery flavor is always white, but they always taste the same?
Yeah.
like the Airheads mystery flavor.
Oh my god, dude! I don't
That's just
know
Baja Blast.
I don't know what it is. And then on top of that, I also have to throw in, where do you see Hawaiian Punch slushies being sold?
You don't.
Exactly. And Mountain Dew Baja Blast Freeze at Taco Bell is like one of the best things I ever have, I have to say.
All right. Well, I think based off of the evidence that Hawaiian Punch is the loser.
I was like, oh shit, here we go.
That'd be a dick move, huh?
I know. Well, it sounds like Hawaiian Punch won.
Yeah. So we're going to put Mountain Dew in the number 8 slot.
Okay. All right.
All right. So to break down the bracket, we have
Are
number...
we going to go from 1 to 8? Like, should we do it like that, or are we just going
I was
all the way
mixing
down?
it up as we were going.
Oh.
I wasn't putting it 1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay,
5. I was
okay.
mixing it up, okay? So we have number 1, Coca-Cola versus number 2, root beer.
Oh.
We have number 3, Dr. Pepper versus number 4, Canada Dry Ginger Ale.
Dang.
We have number 5, Sprite versus number 6, Pepsi.
Ooh.
And we have number 7, Fanta Orange versus number 8, that hard-fought victory of Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
That's right.
So what are we going to do here? Just pick one of each and then just go at it? Or are we just going to decide who we want at first?
Pick a number between 1 and 4.
3.
Okay. Number 5, Pepsi versus number 6. I'm sorry, number 5, Sprite versus number 6, Pepsi. So that's the third match in the first round.
Okay.
So I'll let you pick first of who you want.
Okay, so who was it again? Pepsi and who?
Sprite versus Pepsi.
Oh, man. For me... Okay, so in terms of preference, I have to start off with Sprite.
Okay.
More than... I mean, honestly, one of the biggest things for me is I do like to stay away from dark soda, personally. And now, as this goes along, everyone's gonna be like, "I thought you said you didn't like that." No, but for me, Sprite, I feel like is not as heavy. I mean, the sugar content isn't like overwhelming at times, and I think also at the same time, I think their advertisements are pretty cool, except for the LeBron ones. I mean, he can go to hell. I don't care about him. I honestly, I just have to say, by preference. There's quite a and also at the same time, even in GTA, I'm going to bring up GTA here, GTA 5. There's actually they have their own knockoff called Sprunk.
Sprunk? Holy cow, that's cool.
So I'm going to throw that out there because Sprite basically made it into the game to the point where they didn't actually make it into the game, but
They kind of
there's
did.
a knockoff,
Yeah,
named Sprunk. So I'm going to throw that out there.
Imitation is the best form of flattery.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Well, Pepsi, I'm going to drop this one on you. It's huge. It's enormous. It's the best thing ever. PepsiCo. PepsiCo is named after the soda Pepsi. So that soda by itself made an entire empire.
That's true.
Okay.
At one time, they
Also,
were called Pepsi Cola.
I'm pretty sure Pepsi's like the official drink of football, the NFL.
It might be.
I think it's the Pepsi halftime show, right?
I'm gonna look that up here. Official soda of the NFL.
As he types away.
And Squirt. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's one we forgot. People are gonna be so pissed.
No, don't get me wrong. Squirt is really good, but I don't think it belongs on the list.
Well, Squirt is gonna be rooting for Sprite, I bet you.
So let's see here. 1983, but now must clear the decks for number 2 Pepsi. Wait a minute, what?
Just type in like Pepsi halftime show.
Pepsi halftime show? Well, this is giving me just a little bit. Replaces Coke in $2 million deal. This happened in 2002. So yeah, it is Pepsi. So you're right.
Okay. Well, they got the whole halftime show.
All right. Yeah.
But I don't think they're forgiven for what happened with Maroon 5.
Oh,
that's the one drawback where you're like, let's get the Pepsi halftime show. It's had some good ones. I'll give you that. The Bruno Mars one was really good. I like the Black Eyed Peas one, even though a lot of people didn't. Mm-hmm. Katy Perry was pretty cool. I mean, she was walking on a big old lion. Plus, she had that shark, the left shark.
Okay.
But man, that Maroon 5 one, I think that's a blow. That's a blow to Pepsi.
Honestly, at the end of the day, for you bring that up that they do a lot of halftime shows. The whole thing is I don't watch the halftime shows, and I honestly haven't seen a halftime show since Janet Jackson.
Oh,
that's literally the last one I've ever seen. Because whenever they come on, I usually leave the room. Or this year, and they had halftime heat from NXT. I turned on that instead.
Yep, I was watching that too.
And I did hear a lot about Maroon 5. It was so bad. Blah blah blah. I don't know. I didn't see it, so I can't. I'm impartial about that.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: what are some of Sprite's flavor variants? Because Pepsi has cherry Pepsi. There's vanilla Pepsi. There's I'm pretty sure there's a cranberry Pepsi. There's Diet Pepsi. There's caffeine-free Pepsi. I mean, it's the flag bearer. It's getting all the new flavors.
There is quite a bit of flavors, and honestly, there's other variants of Sprite, but honestly, none of them really stick out.
What would be like some of the main ones then? Probably like Sprite Cherry, maybe.
Yeah, like cherry Sprite.
I know cranberry is during Christmas time.
Oh man, honestly, I went to a spot that says Sprite Folklore.
The Sprite Fairy will give you 2 bottles if you bring it 1 pail ore. What?
So, yeah, they have the cranberry one, tropical mix, cherry, grape, strawberry, ice, peach. See, but none of those.
I've had the strawberry one. That's good. But see, here's the thing though, is you only get those when you get it from those what is it, like the Coke machines that have the touchscreen?
Exactly.
That's the only time you get those.
Exactly. No,
but
I
see,
absolutely
Pepsi,
agree with
though.
that. Yeah.
Pepsi, you can buy the cans and the bottles of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, at the end of the day, I would have to agree with it. Would have to be Pepsi, because Pepsi is a lot. I would say it's a lot further than Sprite in terms of just people's preference. I see a lot of people get Sprite, but I feel like I see a lot of people when they prefer dark soda, they definitely go towards Pepsi, because it's usually Pepsi.
It's the younger generation too.
Okay, I'll give you that.
So you wanna get on a consensus about this? Sprite versus Pepsi. What do you going?
I'd say we move Pepsi on.
Yeah, I agree. Pepsi with the win, going on to the next round.
Okay,
semifinals.
All right.
Next matchup: Dr. Pepper versus Canada Dry, the second matchup of the tournament.
So
I have to go Dr. Pepper. I'm going to defend Dr. Pepper until I die. It is my absolute favorite soda.
Honestly,
I got some bias here. I'm sorry.
Honestly, no. Honestly, if we're supposed to be arguing about this, I can't. It's hard to argue because I'll give a little bit in for Canada Dry, and I'll give them a little bit of an argument.
Yeah. It's really popular.
Yeah, and I for me, it's like, if you kind of want to step down from Sprite and just soda in general and feel like it's coming down to a little bit healthier ginger ale, kind of going that route, I would definitely say that Canada Dry definitely has that going for them. Because for me, I always feel like it's either Canada Dry or Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
And that's like a tough decision. But I can't really, it's kind of hard to give them more of,
I mean, do they even have flavor variants?
They do actually, and
I never see them. I just see the green bottle or the green can, and it just says Canada Dry Ginger Ale. I don't see any flavors.
They had what flavor was it? I just had it last year.
Butt flavor.
Butt flavor. I just had it last year, and is it the wild cherry? Oh no, the cranberry ginger ale. The cranberry ginger ale.
Was it for Christmas?
Is super good. I don't know what it's from.
That sounds good though.
It's really, really, really good because and the whole thing is that if you're looking for like a less spritey taste, then yeah, it's definitely Canada Dry. It has its own taste and whatnot. I really like Canada Dry.
It's smoother. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a lot smoother.
Yeah, for sure.
But man,
oh my god.
Yeah, but going against Dr. Okay, if you had to put that cranberry ginger ale versus Dr. Pepper's black cherry.
No.
I mean, I'll just not.
No.
I mean, it's not fair.
No, it's not.
It's not fair.
And I'll jump in for Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper's been one of my favorite sodas for a long time. Mm. And honestly, the thing that I hate the most is that it's a dark soda with so much, so much sugar, so much everything, but it's so freaking good, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think this is pretty easy. Dr. Pepper going on.
Dr. Pepper moves on for that.
All right. Okay. Here we go. The number one matchup in this round: Coca-Cola versus root beer.
Oh man.
See now here's where this is. You ever hear the group of death in like the World Cup, where like there's just tons of killer teams, where like if you make it out of that group, like you're lucky. This is the match of death: root beer versus Coca-Cola in the first round. This is insane.
Yeah. This is like a potential finals matchup mix here in the first round.
This is Shawn Michaels versus Triple H in like the first round of a King of the Ring or something.
Oh my god,
this is insane.
So I'm gonna just boil it down for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna boil it down because I don't go to a restaurant and I don't order Coca-Cola.
Nope.
I don't go to a restaurant and order root beer.
Nope.
So for me, it would be Jack and Coke versus a root beer float. That's what it would be for me. Those two, because those are the variants that I would have them in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's good, because when do you ever hear somebody mixing alcohol with root beer?
No.
You don't.
Yeah, I mean, I have a story, and here's the thing. Whoever's beer this is, whoever's root beer this is, root beer flavored beer this is, I don't know who it is, but if it's yours, I'm sorry. But there was one night when I was at my old apartment where we were all drinking, we were all just having fun, chilling. Someone brought this root beer, and I drank one, and it was pretty good. Like, don't get me wrong, it was really good. But I don't know what happened besides I got like really
drunk.
No. I got really like stiff. Not my dick stiff.
Oh.
No. I'm talking about like my body. I felt like my body got super stiff, and it was hard to move. Everything in my body started hurting.
What?
And here's the thing. I can't blame this one beer, because I was drinking other stuff, but it didn't happen until I drank this beer. I barely made it to the kitchen. I got some ibuprofen, and I walked back to my room, and I just went to sleep. And I woke up, a couple hours later, and I was fine.
Okay.
But honestly, that hurt root beer a lot, because honestly, I don't even drink. After that, I probably drink in root beer once or twice, and that was just because it was root beer float.
Yeah. Okay, but here's that's kind of a hit against root beer.
Yes.
But here's the backup of root beer.
Okay.
You don't even need to say what kind of root beer do you want. When somebody says, "Oh, let me have a root beer," like when you say, "Oh, let me have a Coke," they're like, "Oh, okay. What do you want? Coke, or do you want Pepsi, or do you want RC Cola? Do you want this?" Okay, you just say, "Yeah, give me root beer." Yeah. You don't even care what kind of root beer, whether it's A&W, Dad's, Mug, Barks, or some generic one. It's give me a root beer.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I think that Coke, though, is the absolute powerhouse.
Yeah.
because
I would have to agree.
because for example, when Janet goes to Mexico with her parents, it's nothing but Coca-Cola over there.
Oh, geez.
Nothing but Coca-Cola.
Really?
And Sprite, but it's Sprite.
Good old Sprite.
There's nothing but Coke and Sprite over there because Coke owns Sprite.
Okay.
And that's like all you see. You don't see Pepsi. You don't see root beers. You don't see anything.
Okay.
But when you go to other countries, though, when you go to Japan or when you go to Germany, okay, totally different continents, okay, but what do they all have in common? Coca-Cola. And the logo still looks the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't change. I mean, it might be in Japanese writing, but it still looks exactly the same as the English one. It doesn't change at all.
Right. And I agree. And I think one of the flavor variations that gives it a very good edge is the vanilla one.
But see, root beer has that too.
Yeah.
And it's like DNA digivolving for root beer, because when you get root beer and vanilla, they DNA digivolve into a completely new entity called a sarsaparilla.
What?
A sarsaparilla.
A sarsaparilla?
Sarsaparilla, yep. That's like the old-fashioned root beer with vanilla was called. A sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla, okay.
Mm-hmm. Or if you want to call it like a newer thing, cream soda.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, even at the end of the day, I would rather prefer a vanilla Coke over just a root beer or anything like that.
And you know what? Coca-Cola hits home for a lot of people too. It's nostalgia.
It really does.
And I never thought I would have like a soda nostalgia moment, but I do, because my grandpa, my mom's dad, when he was still alive, we'd go over to his house, and what was in his fridge? Cherry Coke.
Oh,
the
man.
Real cherry Coke.
The cherry
not fake
Coke.
Cherry
That's another
Coke.
one too. I forgot about that.
It was the real cherry Coke. And I'd always be like, Grandpa, can I have one of your cherry Cokes? And he'd be like, yeah, go ahead. And it's weird because that's like all I remember him drinking.
Yeah.
Cherry Cokes.
And then also another thing too about the Coca-Cola brand itself that I forgot about is that they market off 3 other flavors: Coke Zero, Diet Coke, and the non-caffeinated Coke.
Yeah, the gold
and those
can.
are, what was that?
That's a gold can.
Yeah, and those are like 3 different ones already on top of Coca-Cola that people regularly buy.
Yeah.
And those all have flavors too.
Yeah, I was going to say, they have their own subcategories of different flavors.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's, you were talking about pure powerhouse.
It's not.
I say we move
fair.
on Coca-Cola. I don't know how you're feeling here.
Man, as much as I like root beer, though.
Oh, yeah. As much as I like that root beer float.
Yeah.
But I like that Jack and Coke, too.
You know what's funny, though, with Coca-Cola? I saw this meme or a video, and it's this Asian girl, and she's trying to translate how to say, give me a Coke. And it's like, give me Coke. I want Coke. Do you have Coke? I want Coke.
I just seen that, too, the other day.
Yeah.
That's
okay, well, Coke is going into the semifinals. So for the last first round matchup, we have Fanta Orange versus Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew's already coming off of a hard-fought victory, and let's see if they can keep the momentum going.
So it's basically them talking about our Fanta's all orange sodas, right? Is that what you said, or we just talking about Fanta in general?
It's Fanta Orange, because orange soda is its own category.
Okay.
It's representing the orange soda nation. That's what it's doing.
So, okay. I don't know. I mean, here's one thing for Fanta Orange, really, or just the orange in general. We're talking about, we have to add in high C.
Okay.
That's like one of my favorite. I don't know if you would say that there's soda. It's more like a drink.
Yeah. But they don't serve it at McDonald's anymore.
They don't.
No, they took it out.
Man, that's too bad. I mean,
I got a good debate here. Orange soda popsicles versus Mountain Dew slushies.
Oh, man.
What are you more inclined to have on a hot summer day? An orange soda popsicle or a Mountain Dew slushie?
I mean, if you're asking me, I'm about a Mountain Dew slushie, Baja Blast.
What?
Yeah, dude. I like creamsicles, don't get me wrong, but personally, I would.
Is it because it's easier to get?
That would be one. That would be one of the
because
reasons.
you can just drive through that thing instead of going into a store and getting out in the heat.
You can go through it. I mean, that's part of the reason. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not like at the top of the list.
That's not the end all be all.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, for me personally, I would say Mountain Dew, the Baja Blast, Freeze is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty ridiculous.
But you know who loves orange soda? Cal loves orange soda. I do. Ooh. Does Mountain Dew have an orange soda reference like that? Does it have a timeless pop culture reference like Cal liking orange soda?
I mean, they might, but I just don't. I don't have it. The only commercial that I remember that I really remember about Mountain Dew is when they used the Queen song. Dang it! What was it called?
Another One Bites the Dust.
No,
We Are the Champions.
No,
Bohemian Rhapsody.
yeah, that one right there. That's the only one. I don't know why I forgot the name of that. But yeah, that's like the only commercial that I could think of. So maybe, I mean, you kind of got me there on mainstream a little bit.
Yeah. Mountain Dew is the number one cause of soda-related teeth rot. I forgot what state they make, like it originated in, but like that state has the number one consumption of Mountain Dew and tooth decay.
Okay, and I'll also give orange kind of a push as well, because outside of Baja Blast, like a Freeze or anything like that, I don't drink Mountain Dew.
Ooh.
Yeah, honestly, I would rather drink something orange. I'm not too big of a fan of Fanta itself, but like an Orange Crush or like a Sunkist, I feel like are better.
Honestly, I think they all taste the same. I think it's just maybe like carbonation levels, because there is a difference between opening a bottle of soda and a can of soda. I think the canned sodas are a little bit more carbonated.
Okay.
So a can of orange soda, I think, tastes better than a can of Mountain Dew.
Okay. I mean, I would have to agree with that, because I just can't get behind Mountain Dew too much. You know, what's another funny thing too was when I was in high school, a lot of people would always go around and say, "Oh, Mountain Dew, you like Mountain Dew? You like bull urine?
Ooh,
bull piss?"
I got something that I would always hear about Mountain Dew. I think this is what's going to kill Mountain Dew, because I would hear this all the time.
Okay.
Mountain Dew will kill your sperm count.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
People would say that all the time. It lowers your sperm count.
A lot of people would say that. I forgot all about that.
And you know what's crazy is I found myself drinking a lot of Mountain Dew in high school, probably because of video games and stuff.
Yeah.
Imagine how much sperm I lost.
Well, I guess we'll find out when you have your first kid.
Yeah. It's gonna be like, I was the one of one.
Yeah, I would have to give this victory to the orangey guys. I don't know. What do we
honestly? I think this is an upset.
Yeah,
Orange beating Mountain Dew.
Honestly, yes, yeah, it is.
Especially
I fought hard to
because-
get Mountain Dew in here, but
Yeah, especially because Mountain Dew had the win over Hawaiian Punch.
yeah,
It's got the flavor variants and stuff, but all the negatives that just come along with it, though.
okay, yeah.
I think that this is an upset for Fanta, but it's a really good victory for the Orange Soda Nation.
Okay, so just for fantasy booking purposes,
Okay.
Orange Crush or Hawaiian Punch, or sorry, just orange.
Okay, hang on. So we're officially moving orange soda on.
Yeah, I got the orangies. Yeah, we'll do this fantasy booking.
Okay, this is fantasy. Oh, jeez. See, now it's hard because you're getting two different fruit flavors.
Just a little fantasy book here, real quick. Oh, what are you feeling?
Yeah, this is the fantasy round before we go to the semifinals. Honestly, I still might go Hawaiian Punch.
Yeah, I would have to go with Hawaiian Punch, honestly.
Because you don't serve orange soda at prom or at birthday parties. You serve punch.
Well, yeah, you do serve punch, but it's not the brand Hawaiian Punch. But yeah, okay, I'll give you
But
that.
I mean, that's just breaking it down to the simplest forms.
Okay.
Though.
Yeah, you're right.
I think Hawaiian Punch would get that.
Yeah.
Man,
I would
so
go Hawaiian.
if the bracket was different, Hawaiian Punch might have moved on in the round.
They might have. But I would have came back for orange a little
but
bit.
we won't know because Fanta's moving on. And the semifinals, we have Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, and Fanta Orange. Fanta Orange obviously is the dark horse in all this.
The Cinderella story here.
So the first semifinals matchup, we have Coca-Cola versus Dr. Pepper.
Oh man.
I have one thing that will totally submit Dr. Pepper over Coca-Cola.
Okay,
but let's get into some other things first.
Okay.
Flavor variants. They're all there, right?
Yeah.
Cherry.
Yeah.
Well, they call theirs black cherry.
Yeah.
I think Coke might call theirs dark cherry or black cherry or something. Or wild cherry.
Just cherry. Yeah, I don't really see it.
Okay. They have the vanilla. They have cherry. Okay, but they also have mascots because Dr. Pepper has Lil Sweet. Lil Sweet.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
and
him.
Coca-Cola has Santa and polar bears. Of all people,
That's true.
Santa. Gosh. I mean, imagine the money they got to pay Santa every year. Now that's how he's able to afford, a new sleigh and to keep those reindeers paid, because that reindeer union, man, those guys are ruthless.
I will say this. I have zero love, like, or anything for the Santa brand or Christmas or anything of that nature.
Really?
I mean, honestly, like the around that time, it's really nice. Like, a lot of people I feel like become a little bit nicer. Mm-hmm. It's a cool holiday, whatever.
Sure.
Just Santa, in general, Satan. Santa in general.
Satan's really trying to get in this episode.
No, that was for real. No, seriously. At the end of the day, that really kills it for me. Polar bears, North Pole, the way it just more so has to do with how I feel about that, all just in general.
Yeah.
That really kills a lot for me now that you brought it up, because I completely forgot about Santa. I thought about the polar bear, yeah, but the whole Santa one, mm-hmm. I can't get on board with Coca-Cola even at all now. Now that I have nothing else to say about Coca-Cola besides everyone's going to just call me whatever. And
yeah, well, send your hate tweets to
the Xekutioner.
To the Xekutioner on Twitter. Send your hate tweets to
THE for those of you who can't spell the Xekutioner, Xekutioner.
Yeah, because he's the Executioner.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, one determining factor in this.
Okay.
Coca-Cola released 1886. Ooh. A long time ago.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper 1885.
Wow.
Dr. Pepper is the oldest soda. It beats out Coca-Cola, and I think it should deserve to move on to the finals.
Okay, but let's go back a little bit here, because I just thought of something now that you brought that up.
What, more Santa Satan stuff?
No. Well, it is kind of Satanly. No. In seriousness, I love Dr. Pepper. I do. But we can't forget that Coca-Cola at one time had actual cocaine.
Oh. Wow.
Now, don't get me wrong, and probably everyone's out there, well, does he snort cocaine? Is he a cokehead? Like, no, I've never done coke in my life.
The fact that people are going to think that shows how dumb they are.
No, it's not even just that. It's just more so like, it's just, I feel like a lot of people really got kind of addicted to it at an early age, back in the 70s, 60s. I believe they stopped doing it in the 80s or something like that.
I don't know.
But if you think about it, a lot of those people who had it earlier on in those days that are still living today are probably still going back to Coke.
Yeah.
And every time. Now, it doesn't have cocaine anymore, but at the same time, it's keeping people around. The OGs of the OGs.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of nostalgia in it.
Yeah.
It keeps. What was it when they changed the flavor formula for it? It pissed a lot of people off. You know? Why are you taking away my Coke? Why'd you change the formula? It didn't even need to be changed.
Right.
Okay, but then when they changed it back, they're like, oh, everything's back to normal, the way it should have been. Okay, but as much as Coca-Cola has their secret formula, okay, Dr. Pepper says it right on the can, 23 flavors.
Yeah.
That's right. So whatever's in Coca-Cola is inside of Dr. Pepper and then some.
Yeah. And I would have to agree because Dr. Pepper has like just this like I don't know, it's hard to explain, like such a
It's a mix of cola, cherry, goodness, amazingness, cocaine, and everything.
they still have cocaine in there. You just don't know. No. I would have to say that Dr. Pepper is moving on to
the finals.
The finals.
Dr. Pepper in the finals. Yes.
That's
All right.
awesome.
And here it is, the last semifinals match. Pepsi versus Fanta Orange. Wow. How did Fanta get here?
Now, before we start this here,
Okay.
if Orange ends up winning this, we're going to the finals without the two top brands,
That's right.
Coca-Cola and Pepsi.
Yeah, the number one
But
seed is
that's
gone.
they
Coca-Cola is gone. It's,
yes. And I know a lot of people are going to be...
it's not a that Dr. Pepper versus Coke wasn't like a major upset. Those are two heavyweights going at it. That was a title match.
For sure. I agree. I absolutely
That
agree.
was a slugfest because, man, the arguments for that was amazing. I mean, if it came down to Coke and Pepsi in the finals, I mean, it'd be the same thing.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I agree.
Okay. But this is Pepsi versus, Fanta Orange and the whole Orange Nation.
Yeah. Orange Nation.
So, I mean, you gotta think first. Does Pepsi have a Pepsi Orange?
They don't.
They
I
don't.
believe.
So if somebody like Kel likes orange soda and Pepsi doesn't offer a Pepsi Orange variant, he's going straight to the orange soda.
Okay.
He's not even looking at Pepsi. He sees the Pepsi on the aisle and walks right by it.
Okay.
He's looking for that big orange bottle and nothing more.
Okay, I'll give you that. But here's the thing about orange soda in general
Ooh.
that Pepsi has over it.
Okay.
Orange soda can't have a variant.
Okay.
Because if orange, what are they going to do? Add strawberry? Then it becomes orange strawberry?
I was thinking about this.
Is it going to
Could they have an orange soda with a hint of grapefruit? Or could they have a hint of lime and lemon?
I mean, maybe?
Yeah, sure. But they also could have orange and vanilla because it's
That's like
popsicle
a creamsicle.
flavor.
Yeah, that's like a creamsicle.
Okay.
But at the end of the day,
But they are limited. They are limited.
They are
I'll give you
very
that.
limited because Pepsi, one of their best ones was like the Pepsi cherry Pepsi.
Sure.
You got cherry Pepsi, you got the Pepsi Blue. Like the Pepsi Blue was
Oh, remember
super good.
Crystal Pepsi?
Yeah, Crystal Pepsi, Pepsi Twist. You remember Pepsi Twist?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, and they can go a bunch of different ways. Like having vanilla Pepsi if they wanted to. They could go, having other things in there. Like it's. I see here. There's a cucumber Pepsi.
Ew.
I mean.
Where's
But-
that at? Like Asia somewhere?
I don't know. It doesn't say. I was just looking at some pictures, but
Because like all the weird flavors go to Asia.
that's true.
I mean, they have wasabi Kit Kats over there. That's
Ooh,
gross.
that
It's a
sounds
green Kit Kat.
disgusting.
Stay tuned for the tournament of candies.
And also at the same time, from what I know, I have never seen a diet orange.
Honestly, I've never seen one either, but I wouldn't doubt if there is one.
And I mean, I wouldn't doubt if there is one either, but it's not very.
It's not well known.
Not very
to the masses.
popular. And the only time that I've ever seen orange in a bottle, like a glass bottle, make a classic nostalgia feel, is in Jarritos.
No, I've seen orange ones.
Really?
Taste Kitchen, who is an amazing taco place here in town.
There you go.
I've seen orange soda bottles there, and
Okay.
so there's proof there.
Okay.
Taste Kitchen, look it up on Twitter.
Okay.
I'll put that in the tweet too.
I mean,
But who has the can that will catch your eye the most? An orange soda can, bright orange, in a black background of sodas, or a blue Pepsi thing with a red, white, and blue circle on it?
but that's the thing. Red, white, in blue. America.
America
I
loves
mean,
Pepsi.
now don't get me wrong. I could see how an orange would come off as, easier on the eyes. Like, oh, you can spot it a little bit.
Sure.
However, Pepsi has been a brand that's had the same logo.
No, they have not, sir.
They have not.
They changed their logo.
What?
Coca-Cola has never changed their logo. Pepsi has changed their logo 2-3 times within just my knowledge and lifespan.
Like, so are you just talking about where it says Pepsi, or are you talking about the actual logo?
I'm talking about the actual circle.
Because the circle's only slightly changed.
But they've had to rebrand.
Well, and why is that?
Because they were losing shit. No, because they were losing to the orange.
Wrong! You are wrong, Mr. Bucket.
They were losing to orange. That's why they had to change it. The Orange Nation was nipping at their heels, and Pepsi said, shit, we need to do something to separate ourselves, make us look newer, younger, hipper, and more amazing than the Orange Soda Nation. That's why they changed it.
Well, sometimes you gotta roll with the punches, and
Orange Soda was giving them punches.
And also, but at the same time, the one that you brought up earlier, I've never seen an Orange Crush halftime show.
Oh,
the Pepsi halftime show. I mean, once again, I don't watch this garbage, but at the same time,
garbage. Yeah, me either.
But at the same time, and then another thing too is that I just saw a picture on Twitter. What was it, like last week before the Super Bowl happened, where they actually went into the stadium, and the stadium has a bunch of Coca-Cola stuff on it, but it was all covered up. All of it was covered up because Pepsi was the one
coming in town
that had the Super Bowl. And on top of that, the Super Bowl is basically a holiday where it's like the most watched,
thing on TV all year.
Yeah, most watched rigged show on TV all year besides WrestleMania. And so that's, I don't know, that's a lot of exposure for Pepsi in itself. And they've been with the NFL since 2002.
That's also a lot of money they've had to spend to keep that. While orange soda is, quote unquote, in the background, but you still know, man, that orange soda is right there, and they don't even have to advertise it.
I mean, oh man.
Now, don't get me wrong. Pepsi, the powerhouse that it is, definitely has a lot of victories over the Orange Nation, but I'll leave it with this. What would I don't know if I should say it. It's kind of wrong. What do most minorities go for? A Pepsi or an orange soda?
Oh my god. Oh man.
Well, and to be honest, as much as people are gonna say orange soda, I have never seen Carlton Banks in an orange soda commercial. I've never seen Michael Jackson in an orange soda commercial. So, I'm pretty sure that most minorities are gonna go for the Pepsi.
A Pepsi.
A Pepsi.
So, and then I'll throw this out there as well. Orange soda. We're talking about the Fanta.
Sure.
Fanta is owned by Coca-Cola.
Oh.
It is a Coca-Cola brand.
Exactly.
And I did not know that until I looked it up right now, because I was actually looking at the stock of Pepsi. And here's the thing. For another thing too, is the Pepsi stock is $113 a share, while the Coca-Cola stock is at $50 a share. It's a lot lower than Pepsi than I thought.
But the awareness is there, though, for Coke.
I would say so, yeah.
But based off of stocks, I mean, you can see that. But that's not all of. That's not Orange Soda's fault. I mean, that's the parent company's fault.
I don't know. It's a tough one. Honestly, I personally would go either way, but
it's a toss-up. We've made a lot of convincing points. A lot of people probably thought that Pepsi was just going to run right over.
Should
Fanta
we coin
Orange.
Flip this?
Honestly, I think
are we
in
going
the
for the
long
Cinderella
run,
story?
No, I think in the long run that 9 times out of 10, you'd probably get Pepsi beating out orange soda.
Okay.
If we had to go based off of, hey, mister, You have 2 sodas to pick from with your hamburger today. What do you want? Do you want an orange soda or do you want a Pepsi?
9 times out of 10 it's going to be Pepsi.
9 times out of 10 it'll be Pepsi.
Yeah.
I think that's the only fair way to break it down, because the points are so valid on either side.
Right.
That it came down to that.
Okay.
I think that's the only fair thing to do. I think that's more fair than a coin flip.
I mean, I feel like we've used so much information that the finals is going to be like, there's going to be no information for the final.
No, we'll get there. But
no,
I think Pepsi's going to have to move on. Unfortunately.
Okay.
It's
I battle for you, Pepsi. You guys better pay me.
But
bastards.
don't worry, people from the Orange Nation. Orange soda got over strong.
In
this tournament. Nobody thought it would get past the first round. Nobody thought it was going to be Mountain Dew. Nobody thought it would put up this kind of fight against a Pepsi. A Pepsi powerhouse.
Yes.
But it did.
It did.
And it took it to the last round. And Pepsi just got in one more punch than the Orange did. So
you're absolutely right.
Pepsi is moving on.
Pepsi.
But it's moving on beat up. So
beat up for sure.
So here it comes, folks. The finals of the King of Sodas tournament, brought to you by Hard as Fuck Peanut Butter. Dr. Pepper versus Pepsi.
Oh, man.
And wow. Honestly, I think I saw it coming down to this. But at the same time, as an official, unbiased commentator, I wouldn't have minded Pepsi losing out to somebody.
I mean...
But to be fair, though, I bet you a lot of people thought it was going to come down to Coke and Pepsi in the finals.
Yeah, I agree.
But this is the King of Sodas tournament, folks, and anything can happen.
Oh, yeah.
Anything can happen. So, where do we begin? Both dark sodas. Right?
Yeah.
Both have been around a long time.
Yep.
Dr. Pepper, obviously being older. It's older, trust me. If it beats Coca-Cola, it's older. It was the first soda, major soda. But at the same time, though, Dr. Pepper was first marketed as a cure-all drink, as a cure-all beverage. That's what a lot of sodas were based off of. Okay, so if you have this miracle drink, Dr. Pepper, then it can cure all. Because it was made at this... pharmacy, and it was named after a real Dr. Pepper.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Actual doctor.
Is there a real Pepsi? Is there a real Pepsi man? I mean, if we had to go based off of mascots, I mean, who's Pepsi's mascot? Would you want it to be Adam Levine from the halftime show with his stupid tattoos that don't make any sense? It looks like he got them from a 50-cent machine at the Save Mart. Or would you want the highly sought after, highly respected, highly knowledgeable Dr. Pepper?
That's true. That's true.
A real doctor of medicine over a bum of music.
Yeah. Well, it's. I feel like I'm personally running out of stuff for Pepsi, and I personally really like Dr. Pepper. But there's a couple things that Pepsi has
Big
going
butt.
for them. Let's go. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Big butts?
Talk about Pepsi's big butt. You talked about what's their mascot? Mm-hmm. Pepsi, or is it Beepus?
Beepus. Oh my lord.
No, a lot of people are not going to get that. They're going to be like,
it's an
Beepus?
inside joke, folks, but
I'm sorry. I
hang out with us at least
I had to
once,
throw that out there. So, secondly, when we're talking about we were talking about the logo earlier, and obviously, you were saying that it was changed quite a bit, but in the lifetime that you were alive, I really don't see much of a change. It was just a little bit of a movement in the red and the blue, whatever. Yeah. Red, white, and blue, America.
But, I mean, even the lettering was changed, though, too.
Okay, I can give you that. But, I mean, it's still Pepsi. Pepsi's still Pepsi.
And the can changes a lot, too.
Well, you got to get different designs in there.
Light blues, dark blues.
Coca-Cola, it switches all the time. But...
No, it does not, sir.
But... Well, I'm talking about the can.
Oh, okay.
not Coca-Cola.
But it stays the same shade of red, though.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't change
I'll give you
hues
that.
of blue.
I'll give you that. But here's the thing: for Pepsi, I'm trying to help Pepsi out a little bit here
Sure.
because I'm gonna run out.
I know,
soon.
but
Here's the thing about Pepsi. Now, CM Punk doesn't have a tattoo that says Dr. Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
He has a tattoo that looks like the Pepsi logo.
Oh.
And CM Punk is one of the most watched figures in quite some time. I mean, he went to the WWE. He made his name there. Obviously he made his name more so when he was younger in his indie days. But he
Yep.
comes up to the WWE, becomes one of the biggest stars, the longest reigning, champion at the time, not anymore. And then ends up going to UFC, where he literally only practiced for like less than a year and gets on the main event card
yeah.
with a Pepsi logo on his shoulder.
But he was not the main event of WrestleMania. He was a side main event, co-main event, if you will.
Well,
Okay. And also, he lost his UFC fights. Okay. Does Dr. Pepper have a UFC fighter? No.
no.
But I bet you if they did, they'd at least win one of the fights.
Actually, I'm sorry, Pepsi, but Dr. Pepper does sort of have their own mascot. He is, in fact, a doctor, but a doctor of thugonomics. Word life. This is basic thugonomics.
Oh.
John Cena, the doctor of thugonomics.
Man, and we all know he loves a Dr. Pepper.
And if I look up John Cena and I see him with one of the John Cena soda, I'm just gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna see what he can pull. Something that he pulls up. Let's see here. Okay, so the first one that comes up is a Diet Sunkist.
Wait, so orange?
Yeah.
Orange Nation, folks. Oh my God.
So the Orange Nation comes in with the run-in with a chair and knocks both competitors down.
my
I don't know
God.
what's going on anymore. I don't know.
Wow.
There's chaos in the ring as we speak.
I never would have seen that coming. Oh, this is awesome.
I really don't
And
know.
remember, we even said, does orange even have a diet flavor? A diet orange? And here they come.
there
Oh my
was. There
God.
was. I honestly, Diet Sunkist, I've never heard of it, but
You see what happens when we do these tournaments, folks? This is the first one. Imagine if we did more. I mean, anything can go.
oh my goodness.
Wow.
And scrolling down on the page, more and more. All I did was look up John Cena soda, and probably like 3/4 down the way, I see a Pepsi can, but it really just I don't know why it's there. Actually, you know what? Let's see. Let me pull this up because it says it's an offer up. It's on offerup.com and it's gone. So from the from the thing it says here, it says John Cena soda can for sale in Black River Falls, Wisconsin. But it also says Britney Spears soda can as well. So
Oh.
I don't know. I really don't have anything.
Well, do you want your soda to be associated with the weird head shaving, baby neglecting, married to a guy who's beaten John Cena in an official wrestling match in WWE named Britney Spears?
Oh, Kevin
Kevin Federline has beaten John Cena in a wrestling match on Monday Night Raw. I watched it live. And who was he married to at the time? Britney Spears. That's right. Okay, but here we go. I got one.
Okay.
Coca-Cola obviously has knockoffs.
Yeah.
Okay? You can debate RC Cola. Maybe. Okay? But you don't hear people go, hey, let me have a Pepsi. They say, let me have a Coke.
Oh.
Now, to go with that, though, Pepsi doesn't have knockoffs. Dr. Pepper does. Dr. Pepper has Mr. Pibb,
Oh.
Real Doctor, Dr. Stripes, Dr. Thunder. Go to any small kind of grocery store, and you'll see a Dr. Pepper knockoff with a hilarious name, but you won't see a knockoff Pepsi.
That's true.
Because, what did I say earlier? Imitation is the finest form of flattery, and nobody is flattering Pepsi.
That's true. I will definitely give you that. That's.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
So I have to get in one more thing for Pepsi here, but it's actually a little knock personally for Dr. Pepper. You brought up 23 flavors. That's great. 2 times 3 is 6.
Okay.
And 6
Equals dicks.
6. Dr. Pepper is evil, and I'm not drinking it anymore. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god!
I'm just
Did you
kidding.
watch that 23 movie with Jim Carrey?
I did actually, but that was like
Yeah,
that was
he
a
found
long
20.
time. That was
I
a long
remember
time.
after watching it with a couple friends, we were like trying to be like, "There's 23 steps in this house right now." Or I remember looking at the fan, like, "Okay, there's this many fan blades, and it's got this many pieces. If you times this, but then divide it by however many fan blades it has, it equals 23." And I remember like, "Man, this is way too much."
Oh man!
But
yeah, at the end of the day, if I'm pushing anything, it's going to be pushing Dr. Pepper. And here's the thing: I don't even like Pepsi that much, but I gave them the fight of their fucking life. So you better love me.
Yeah, I like Pepsi, but I love Dr. Pepper.
Oh, I love Dr. Pepper.
If I were to be checked out for a physical by any kind of doctor, I'd want to be checked out by Dr. Pepper.
And I know a lot of women out there probably like, I want to be checked out by the doctor of thugonomics.
He's single, but he's in China.
That's right.
So
Oh, man.
I think
He's got new hair.
my vote for winner is Dr. Pepper.
It's got to be Dr. Pepper.
It's got to be Dr. Pepper.
It's got to be
So-
Dr. Pepper.
Folks, at home, at work, in the car, wherever you're at, you have just witnessed the first ever tournament of the show, Good Times Podcast. This is the King of Sodas tournament, and your king is Dr. Pepper. Honestly, I'm so glad Dr. Pepper
Me
won.
too. I mean, that's been my guy since the beginning, and I try to help everyone out as much as
my
possible.
boy.
But
That's my boy.
Dr. Pepper is definitely the best.
Yeah.
Definitely the best.
Don't get me wrong. I'll drink a root beer. I'll have a Sprite. During the holidays, though, is when I'll have a Canada Dry. But I mean, if we went down to the Burger King, hey, what do you want to drink?
Dr.
I mean,
Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Oh, and even though Dr. Pepper already won, this is a consolation bonus like evidence thing. Do you remember Unforgivable on YouTube a long time ago? Unforgivable. What does he say to the girl?
Oh,
Bitch, give me some waffle fries and a Dr. Pepper
for free.
for free. So see, everybody likes Dr. Pepper, even the Unforgivable guy.
Even the Unforgivable guy.
But after tons of battles, upsets, surprise victories,
And a run-in.
and even a run-in, Dr. Pepper is your official king of sodas, and congratulations to Dr. Pepper and all the Dr. Pepper fans.
Oh my goodness.
Man, this was this was fun. This was tough too. I mean, I didn't think it would be this mentally taxing.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah,
I'm ready
like,
to go to sleep.
you're
No.
literally ready to go get a Dr. Pepper.
Oh man.
I
Jeez.
honestly think that we owe the winner like at least one sale of a Dr. Pepper. I might go get a
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper after this.
Yeah, there you go. You can buy 2.
Dr.
for me.
Pepper, you're welcome for the ad.
Well, you can welcome to all the rest of the.
Yeah, honestly,
sodas.
Orange Nation, if you want to listen to this, you were welcome anytime.
Oh man.
Because honestly, you're my consolation winner. You're my it was consolation tournament. Remember during football we'd have like a consolation tournament when it'd be basically like the winners of the losers.
Oh, that's right. That's
Honestly,
right.
I would give third place to Fanta.
Oh.
If Pepsi's taking second, I'd give it to Fanta.
Yeah?
If it was between Fanta and Coke,
Well, Fanta and Coke, that's a tough one too.
honestly, I think Fanta could pull the upset
They probably could. They probably could, especially since I don't like Santa.
because all the
Satan.
yeah. Plus, they could just be like, "It's your fault the stock is so low." But yeah,
Oh man.
well, man, I think we're ready to wrap this thing up, don't you?
Yeah, dude, it's been quite It's been quite some time. It's probably going to be one of our longer podcasts, but at the end of the day, it was honestly one of the funnest ones that I've ever done. Like, I've done podcasts for a good year or so now. Just not anything that like we're doing, more so sports stuff, like fantasy sports stuff. And honestly, this is like the best one for sure. This is easily the best one.
It was so much fun, man. But yeah, Chris, where can they find you on the social stuff?
Oh yeah, the social stuff. So you can hit me up on Twitter at the Xekutioner, Xekutioner, the Xekutioner on Twitter, or you can hit me up at the Herbolutioner. And I just realized, listening back to last week, that I actually got my Twitter handle wrong when I was spelling it. It's THE_herb HERBA Lutioner, and I didn't include that last week.
No wonder they couldn't find you.
Yeah, I got no follows except for your what's his name?
My nephew.
Yeah, your nephew. Yeah, shout out to that guy. He's cool.
Number one fan already.
Next generation of B-Cell.
Pretty much.
That guy.
Pretty much, which is kind of funny.
And how about you, Jack? Where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at BSALSANCHEZ. You can also find the Good Times Podcast Twitter handle. It's Good Times on Twitter, the Twitter handle at It's Good Times, because it's on Twitter, and that's the Twitter handle. We want you to follow it. We'll also give you the updates of where we're expanding to, so you can listen to this. Hopefully, by the time this one comes out, we'll have a lot more platforms that you'll be able to listen to it on. But definitely, right now, you can definitely listen to it on YouTube and SoundCloud. And the other ones, we will be tweeting them out, and you'll be able to take your pick.
I mean, we might as well just give them the shout out because of what's already been, I guess, agreed upon here. You can find them. You can also find us, as well. SoundCloud and YouTube as well. But you can also find us on Stitcher, and there's also another one that I don't even know the damn name of, and I feel bad about that.
Pocket Cast.
Pocket Cast. There we go. Yeah. We're definitely working to expand to get to some other ones, but I mean, literally anything that you guys do, like, comment, share, it goes a long way. This is so much fun.
Leave us your feedback. Tweet us or leave in the comments on YouTube. Maybe some topics that you want to hear us talk about. Any questions that you want us to answer. Anything you give us, I think it'll be welcome feedback.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about that.
Sure. Well, thank you for listening to the show, people. Tune in next week where we'll have another jam-packed, picked, and dicked episode of Good Times.
Music in tonight.